Good morning and welcome back to our leadership empowerment session. I must apologize for starting so late. We had some difficulties, but we are now here. And I believe you had a wonderful year thus far. And we are nearly at the end of January. Can you believe it? That which is so long awaited, it's now nearly there. Just one more week. Then the 8 weeks of January is over and done. I want to continue this morning on part 2 of a teaching I've started on the leadership mistakes to avoid as a pastor. So this is part 2 this morning. And remember last time when we spoke, we have said leadership in God's house is not the reward for being there the longest, or friendship, or gifting. It is a stewardship that is affecting lives, destinies, spiritual atmosphere. There's so much more than just a position. Some people are unprofitable today, not because they are evil, but because they are not finished yet. Their assignment or their preparation for what lies ahead is not finished yet. Others are useful before, but they are now distracted, wounded, or living in compromise or misalignment. Wisdom in leadership is knowing when to wait, when to help, when to withhold authority, and when to put somebody into leadership. And that is wisdom. Never build God's work on yesterday's testimonies. Never excuse disorder with yesterday's fire. It's great about what has happened in the past, the testimonies of the past, but how are they living now? What does their life reflect at the current situation? Leadership must always be based on the spiritual health of today, their current alignment, and their current faithfulness. So before you appoint somebody into leadership, the first criteria is pray. Pray. So leadership errors multiply faster than a leader's success. So remember this. When you elevate the wrong person, you don't just endanger them, you're endangering yourself, you're endangering the ministry, and you're endangering those that they are leading. So last time we've looked at 6 mistakes to avoid. I'm not going to discuss it, just going to mention them. You can go to my YouTube channel and watch the teaching there. Never appoint the spiritual sick into leadership. Never appoint the unavailable into leadership. Never appoint the double-hearted members into leadership. Number 4, never appoint those who dishonor God financially. Number 5, never appoint the proud and the arrogant. And number 6, never appoint those who can't serve God under pressure. The size of your problem will determine the strength of your leadership. If a small problem rocks you, you're a small leader. So let us continue. Number 7, never appoint those with a history of rebellion. Rebellion is not an event, it is a mindset. Those who dishonor authority will eventually challenge that authority. It doesn't just happen one day. They have a pattern of dishonoring. Silence does not always mean submission. Sometimes it's just a strategy to get themselves in a better position. Let us look at people's lives closely. What's their patterns and not their apologies? It's easy to apologize without changing. Test their faithfulness before influence. So these are hashtag moments we can write down somewhere. Never place an unproven person in authority. Deep waters drown the careless. So that was number 7. Number 8. Never appoint those who don't genuinely love you and your spouse. Remember, and your spouse. They can love you and not respect your wife or your husband. That is a no-no. They must respect the both of you because you are one. Leadership is relational before it is positional and functional. Build relationship first. This is why in our ministry we never appoint person into leadership before at least 6 months to a year serving in the household. You can come with your best of credentials. If you cannot serve in the house, you're not ready for leadership. When do you know they are ready? The people will tell you through their behavior and their actions that they are ready for leadership. So we have been through this road, down this road many times. And especially when your church is running and things are happening, people want to join. And others see an opportunity for a preaching place. And we've brought people in as members and tell him, this is Pastor so-and-so that has joined us as a member. And immediately the congregation starts to address them as pastor. They treat them there in the same way. And then they assume they are pastors in the church. So we have stopped that thing totally. You join the household. Right, Reverend, Bishop, Doctor, I don't care. You join as any other member. You serve like any other member. Your submission, your obedience, and your alignment will determine the progress into which you will step into leadership or a place of authority. People who resent you as a leader can't protect you. If they don't fully align, they will undermine. Those who envy you cannot serve you because they cannot submit. The ministry flows where the hearts are aligned, not where skills are present. I love skills. It's so wonderful to enjoy the skills and the giftings. But if the character is lacking, those gifts and those skills will cause you a lot of problems. Not just in their lives, but in the ministry's life as well. We've been there as well. And those who love you will guard you. They will keep you safe. They will not expose you. They will not undermine you, but they will love you. Number 9. I'm nearly done. Number 9. Never appoint those who do not believe in your leadership. That is simple. Believe precedes reception. If I believe in you, I shall receive it. No one can fully receive direction and vision if they are secretly in doubt. You will have to keep them motivated, and they will say one thing and do another. Leadership requires trust, confidence, and agreement. Not the sameness, but unity. Unity doesn't mean we are all the same. It means we share the same vision, same goal, same purpose, with different giftings, skills, methodology. But they trust you, they believe in you. God might be invisible, but His vessels are visible. We are visible. This means that God Himself cannot be seen. But He chose to make that He has chosen with His presence, His character, and work to be known through people. So when people look at you, they must see Christ. They must see His character, His presence, His grace manifested in your life. Those are the people that you want into leadership. So leadership is not the elevation into position. It is the bringing the person into what they are already living, what you already recognize in their life. Don't wait for them to grow into the position when they are there. They must grow, and then they will slot into what they are already been doing. Don't appoint them there and hope they will grow into this. Those who reject you will resist the vision. If you're wondering why people are constantly arguing, constantly disagreeing, they've rejected you as a vessel. They've rejected you as the visionary, as the leader, as the pastor. Number 10, never appoint the cruel and merciless. Leadership without mercy is tyranny. They are dictators, control freaks. Every leader, sometime along the line, makes mistakes. So does your members. So does those who lead, whom you are leading. Be merciful, gracious towards them, because somebody was merciful when you have made a mistake. Don't write people off when they make a mistake. Don't be hard on them. Correct them in love. Help them, elevate them. You need people who can cover you, who can restore you and protect you. Not those that accuse, expose and destroy, gossip. We don't need them in our lives, and you definitely don't need them on your leadership or your inner circle. I don't say you have to have people in your inner circle, in your leadership, that will never disagree with you. When everybody is always agreeing with you, as my previous pastor would have said, they're not thinking, and they are not my protection. Because if everybody thinks like I'm thinking, we all have the same blind spots. Have people on your team that thinks differently from you, but shares the same vision. That is important. Merciless leaders create fear, division, and trauma. But merciful leaders preserves unity when there's a trouble in the camp. They will not cut off. They will always say, come, let us restore. What can we do? I try to have that constantly in my mind when people are making mistakes and when we are appointing leaders. And the last point, never appoint those who God has not chosen. How will we know? Look at their trajectory. What they are doing now. Where they are going. Don't just listen to the words. Live in discernment. Pray over them. Ask God where they are going. We have a little test that we sometimes do with our leadership, And the test name is, what are you saying about others? This is in a controlled environment, not gossip. So we all sit here like Jesus asked his disciples, who does people say I am? Then he says, some Elijah, some John. And then Jesus said, who do you say I am? And that same principle we apply. And you shall be surprised on the good things people see in you that you never thought were even visible. So wrong appointments delays destinies. It disrupts unity and wounds people. Never rush into the appointment of somebody into leadership. Rather, function without that person or that position unfulfilled or void than to appoint somebody for the sake of the organizational structure. Never promote what God has not approved. And it's actually easy. As I've said in the beginning of this point, when you pray, God shall reveal. When you ask wisdom, He shall give it to you. Let us seek discernment, not to be quick. Protect the people. By protecting the people, you protect the vision. Don't run after vision and sacrifice people for the sake of the vision. People are more important than the vision. How you choose your leaders today determines the health of your church tomorrow. And these are the 11 points I've just mentioned on mistakes we have to avoid as pastors. Take hold of this. Go and listen to it again. Write them down and say, okay, this one I do, this one I do, this one I need to work on, this one needs to improve a little bit, this one I'm not doing. And use this as your checklist. It's 11 points and it's practical. It's things that we have done over 26, 27 years in ministry. We have done the good, the bad and the wrong. But now we have the experience and the knowledge. We cannot play ignorant. And if you have the wrong people in position, pray that God will softly, without chaos, remove them. And we have seen that happening as well. So if you have enjoyed this, please send me a thumbs up. Send me a comment. And I'm going to post this on my YouTube channel. You're welcome to subscribe and like and share it. And even on Facebook. Share this with your friends on Facebook. And we are willing to come and visit your church to help you in your leadership, to do an evaluation of where you are, make suggestions what needs to be done, to train your leaders. We have traveled across the world, 25 countries I think, from as far as Australia up to South America, throughout Africa, and then we have done numerous online teachings and trainings in the Middle East, in Asia, in Europe. Let us help you help others. God bless you.